for the Bay Desert Race Club at this time every Saturday morning. The last week of racing was a very intense week. There was a lot of activity, and in particular the Bay Desert Cup meeting at the Bay Desert Equus Track was a sensational meeting last Saturday. A very good crowd, excellent social atmosphere, and very good bookings for the social activities, and a wonderful wealth of mixed attendance there, and the race day went particularly well. It was very competitive and some good results coming out of it. This week we've had the opportunity to talk this morning to bookmaker and committee man Wayne Gannon. Wayne's tearing himself apart because there's been 40 scratchings at the Metropolitan meeting today, which of course is at the Sunshine Coast. There have been 40 scratchings there, which have thrown the day into turmoil. But Wayne has come back with a range of selections. Incidentally, he had a good day last week with his winner and 1 second from his selections. And today, through the quagmire of the Caloundra track, he's come up with a couple of attention getters there that he thought might perform reasonably well. In the second race at Caloundra today, Wayne liked number 1, the top weight Tarzan. Race 2, number 1. Race 4, he went to race 4, number 12. Victory 8, he thought that was an each way value possibility. He then, that was race 4, number 12. In race 6, he liked number 9, Baccarat Baby. Race 6, number 9, Baccarat Baby. And then he went to race 8 and finished his day with race 8, number 4, Chapter and Verse. That was Wayne's contribution to the program this morning. Last night we had the opportunity of talking to local trainer Shane Galinsky, who also came up with another range of selections, attention getters that he thought might perform well this afternoon, and 2 at the Sunshine Coast. He liked in race 5, the top weight, Looks Like Elvis, one of his old favourites, race 5, number 1. This is at the Sunshine Coast. And then he went to race 8, number 2, Nick and No, and that was race 8, number 2 at the Sunshine Coast. He then switched to Sydney in race 6, the top weight, another one of his old favourites, race 6, number 1, Drakenfell. The quagmire conditions in Sydney too, I understand this morning, so it has a big impact on the quality of racing and also the results of those sort of conditions. The past week has seen a magnificent array of meetings during the week, the racing in numerous sites, including the Bay Desert meeting in the Gold Coast, Eagle Farm, Gympie, Rome at Toowoomba, and Sunday at Rockhampton and Coonamble in New South Wales. The Queensland Racing Winter Carnival has now concluded, or is concluding today with this Sunshine Coast meeting, and the focus is heading then north to Rockhampton and south to Grafton. The southern visitors are heading home, calling in at Grafton on the way for the carnival meeting at Grafton. And this weekend sees a lot of activity involving the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, Toowoomba, Grafton, Gosford on Tuesday, Ipswich on Wednesday, Gatman, Moolumbar on Thursday and Friday at Rockhampton, Saturday at Rockhampton, and it continues with all those meetings coming up over the forthcoming week, with the Grafton Carnival particularly frequent racing there, and it's an interesting array of meetings coming up over this forthcoming week. Summary of results from the week ending yesterday. Bay Desert runners contributed 44 participants to various meetings around the southeast corner and the northern rivers, and the statistics were pretty good. The 64 runners produced 4 winners, 1 second, 6 thirds and 3 fourths. There's a spread of activity there, and the results that came through were particularly good from the Bay Desert training point of view. The trainers, Bay Desert trainers supported that cup meeting at Bay Desert very effectively last Saturday, and they got some good results coming out of it. That meeting last Saturday had an excellent crowd, a great atmosphere. There were busloads of people, the social bookings were excellent, and the results also commensurate with the emphasis on the abilities of the Bay Desert training fraternity. In the first race at Bay Desert last Saturday. James Hepworth managed a first start runner, getting a fourth minor prize money check. In the second race, we saw Jan Pritchard into the winner's circle there with paddles. A very good result there for Jan Pritchard last Saturday at the Bay Desert meeting. And Diane Murphy also managed to get a second in that same race. So that was a very good quinella there for the Bay Desert trainers on Saturday last. It continued in the second race with Clickety Clicks for Greg Cornish running third, and Harry Up running fourth for Laurie Richardson. So that second race produced a very good value first four there for the Bay Desert trainers. The third race last Saturday, saw Bobby Axelrod run into the winner's circle for Ben Robinson, and still in that same race, Fantasy got third for Ben Aaron. So some really good statistical results coming in there from that meeting last Saturday, and it continued in the fourth race where Greg Cornish ran third with Voanabar. Greg prepared Voanabar to run third in the fourth race. The fifth race, Jeff Dunn and Brooke Ainsworth. What a local combination that is. A very good result there for the Bay Desert trainers in the fifth race when Jeff Dunn and Brooke Ainsworth brought Say-Bye into the winner's circle there on Saturday last. It continued in the sixth race with Bobby Mann. Bob, one of the likeable gentlemen of the training fraternity. He was into the winner's circle in the sixth race with Fats, and in the same race, Sylvester Ben ran third for Ben Aaron. So again, the Bay Desert trainers are achieving big results there at that meeting last Saturday. It's continued in the seventh and last race where Yabba Dabba Do, one of our old favourites, Ken Deacon and Brooke Ainsworth came up with third placing there in the seventh race, as did Don Pearson and Fiona Jervis with a minor prize money check in that race with our Rocky. I'd like nice to see Fiona Jervis getting a ride there at that meeting. Fiona rides a mountain of work, track work for the Bay Desert trainers. She doesn't get as many rides as she deserves, but it was a close result there, and our Rocky picked up the minor prize money check there with Fiona Jervis riding it on Saturday last. Bay Desert trainers have had good success over the Desert Cup meeting over the years. In 2015, Baroness Zena was successful for Flo Braybrook, and in 2016, last sight, it was also successful for Kelvin Hickmont. They weren't able to achieve the result for the Bay Desert Cup last Saturday, but nonetheless, the contenders came from everywhere, and Ken Deacon trained Yabba Dabba Do. It came up with a very strong finish, but just overtaken in the final strides by Apollo Bloom and Hengist Rose. So that was Stuart outside trainers, Stuart Kendrick and the Toowoomba trainer Lindsay Hatch had achieved those Bay Desert Cup major placings. But it was a great result to see those Bay Desert trainers succeeding there in the course of that meeting last Saturday. The Toowoomba on Saturday night saw Alexandra, trained by Bo Gorman, picking up a third place in the cold of Toowoomba last Saturday night. We usually have a star of the week, an individual star of the week for our program, but this week I think the stars of the week are without question the Bay Desert training fraternity. They deserve acknowledgement for the performance of preparing their horses and the successes they've had in the course of that week, and particularly last Saturday. The trainers were getting results for their owners. We had in that meeting on Saturday 27 runners, comprising about 38% of the runners, and they finished up with 46% of the placings, but listen to this, 56% of the winners. So the statistics stacked up very well. That 56% of the winners is a very important statistic for the local trainers. So they all get a mention as our stars for the week, this current week, this week ended yesterday. The runners, upcoming runners, and these are subject to scratchings with those scratchings that Wayne mentioned in Brisbane, 40 scratchings. There's bound to be scratchings in other places as well. So the TAB scratching service on 131 scratchings of that meeting on that TAB number 13149. And in the Gold Coast today, we've got not many travellers today, all told, but in the 5th race of the Gold Coast, King of the Desert is accepted by Ben Aarons, but that raced at Ipswich yesterday, so that definitely won't race today. But in the 6th race, Lucky Fix is also representing Ben Aarons at the Gold Coast today. That's race 6, number 3. The Sunshine Coast Metropolitan meeting today sees one only participant from Bay Desert, and after its 3rd placing in the Bay Desert Cup, Yabba Dabble Dooya is being taken up to the Sunshine Coast by Ken Deacon. So wishing Ken all and his jockey and associates all the luck in the world there at that meeting at the Sunshine Coast this afternoon. Toowoomba tomorrow corresponds with the first meeting of the Grafton Carnival. That's the mix of racing tomorrow, Toowoomba and Grafton. And in Toowoomba, in the 2nd race, Diane Murphy's heading there with Want of Beer. And then that's number 10, and then still in the 2nd race, number 17, a 7th Emergency. I'm sure Laurie Richardson is unlikely to get a run there, but he's more likely to head to Grafton for that run for Spirit of Eden tomorrow. In the 4th race in Toowoomba tomorrow, Kelvin Hickmont is accepted there with number 10, Rockford. And still in Toowoomba, the 6th race sees 3 participants from Bay Desert, with Backchat for Bo Gorman, Reset's Son for Ben Robinson, and Ben Robinson also has Mighty Moose in that 6th race. Good competition there tomorrow at that Toowoomba meeting in the 6th race with those Bay Desert representatives. In the 7th race, Capital City is prepared by Deborah Ainsworth. And the last, and the 2nd Emergency only, but could probably get a run. Number 15, All Hype, is also trained by Deborah Ainsworth. So great interest in those Grafton and Toowoomba meetings tomorrow. On Grafton on Sunday, the first day of the Grafton Carnival. We've got to remember Chillin' with Dylan won the Grafton Cup Prelude last year. And in race 2 at Grafton tomorrow, Mr. Magnetic is trained by Gary Hutchison, and in the same race, She Won't Listen is prepared by Laurie Richardson. So we assume Laurie will be heading to Grafton with that runner tomorrow. Race 3, you see number 13, Spirit of Eden, trained by Laurie Richardson at Grafton. And in the 4th race, a round of applause, trained by Ray Luton, will be heading to Grafton tomorrow. Hopefully that Grafton track will be in better condition than some of the coastal tracks tomorrow. The theme and content of this program is emphasised in the Facebook site that operates in conjunction with this program. It's on facebook.com/Racing Radio Show. There's a tremendous wealth of information in podcasts and links to other activity there. There's a link to the YouTube channel, which you can cross to that link for the replays of this particular program. And there's a lot of racing information, and Bay Desert particularly covered by that Facebook site. So please have a look at that, and the information that's coming out of that for the industry generally and for the Scenic Rim racing and breeding industry is very comprehensive. We've got upcoming race dates, very important dates for the diary for the Bay Desert Race Club at its Aquis track. The July meeting on Saturday, the 27th of July, is the next meeting at the Bay Desert track. And then we go to August, where there's a midweek meeting or a Thursday meeting in August on the 22nd of August. Reminder also, visit the Bay Desert Race Club website to get further information regarding dates and official barrier trials we've got the Gold Coast barrier trials, I understand, have been transferred to Beaudesert for Monday, this coming Monday, and the Beaudesert Race Club website and the Racing Queensland website, very comprehensive information on those sites for upcoming meetings and race dates and trial dates as well, which is very important information. The Carnival of Rockhampton continues as racing is coming up all over the place this coming week with Rockhampton and the Grafton Carnival. It's also racing during the week on Tuesday at Gosford, Wednesday at Ipswich, Thursday at Gatton and Murwillumbah. There's bound to be Beaudesert representatives there, and Friday of this coming week sees the Rockhampton Carnival continuing. So a comprehensive array of upcoming race meetings there. Great interest in many of them in the Northern Rivers and the South East Queensland sector. The Beaudesert participation in those meetings. And then next Saturday, of course, we're back at the Gold Coast, Inverness, Cromer, Toowoomba and Port Macquarie. Sundays next week sees the Grafton Carnival continue and also the Sunshine Coast. I've got a foreshadow announcement there. We'll be making an announcement next week that after 14 years, with the Gold Coast Turf Club now running and administering the activities of the Beaudesert Race Club, the Gold Coast Turf Club has its own budgetary and promotional arrangements and connections, and we'll be finding out during the week whether that club proposes to continue with this program. It may well have other arrangements in place, so we should know by next week, and we should be able to make an announcement as to the continuity of this particular program. In the meantime, we thank the listeners for having us at their place, and look forward to having some good results to talk about in our next program on Saturday next, and also the information about the outcome of the Gold Coast Turf Club review of the future for this program. So we'll hand back to you now, Rhonda.